There is a new sport in town called fear and loathing in Delaware County. This pitiful pastime is played in the arena of fear, with dire predictions of hardship and chaos, perpetrated on the poor and the elderly by the elimination of public safety personnel and services. The fear is followed up with loathing or guilt, laid squarely at the doorsteps of the heartless haves who are unwilling to pay their fair share of property taxes to support necessary public services for the have-nots. I suggest that property tax reform has only sped up the day of reckoning for Muncie. With new venture gear coming off the tax rolls soon, and Borg Warner not far behind, dire budget shortfalls were heading our way with or without tax reform. I also believe that most citizens are willing to pay their fair share of taxes and bear the reasonable cost of government-provided services, but it is painfully obvious that our current spending is out of control and that reasonable costs and fair share are nowhere to be found. I do not want to see fire stations closed or firemen turned out on the streets if there is any possible way to prevent it. But the budget crisis is real, and we cannot let fear and loathing stop us from addressing our current budget shortfall. The question that begs to be asked is, how can we cut costs to minimize reductions in services and reduce risks to our citizens and to our public safety personnel? I strongly suggest that the Muncie Fire Department agree to immediately reopen their contract, to begin serious research and negotiation to cut costs, which should include but should not be limited to the following: place an immediate freeze on hiring and allow staffing to decrease through attrition. This should have been done in November. Increase employee paid portion of health care premium to 25%. Review current retirement agreements and convert 401k contributions instead of long-term contributions plans paid by taxpayers. Review the first responder policy and modify or eliminate it where possible to reduce costs. Reduce the number of full-time firefighters on duty at each station and supplement that manpower with volunteer firefighters. Combine stations where redundancies and territory overlap occur. An example would be Madison or Hackney and Mott. Implement a cost savings incentive program to allow MFD employees to identify additional areas for cost savings. Eliminate common weight room, as most stations have exercise rooms. Increase investigation of false alarms and work with the Muncie Police and with BSU to aggressively prosecute and prevent false alarms. And finally, review the current take-home vehicle policy. Thank you.